doing my speech on prison overcrowding, but in a persuasive way. The central ideal or thesis is the implementation of alternative sentencing and diversion programs is essential in addressing prison overcrowding, as it provides a more effective and balanced approach to dealing with nonviolent offenders. Did you know that the United States has the highest incarceration rate in the world, with over 2 million inmates behind bars? The growth of incarceration in the United States: 1 out of 100 in 2012, nearly 1 out of every 100 American adults was in prison or jail. From 1980 to 2000, the number of children with incarceration fathers grew from about 350,000 to 2.1 million, about 3% of all U.S. children. 4 times during the past 4 decades, the rate of incarceration in the U.S. more than quadrupled. Prison overcrowding is a pressing issue that affects not only inmates and correctional staff, but us as a society. The United States has the highest incarceration rate in the world, with over 2.2 million people currently behind bars. However, the prison system was not designed to accommodate such large amount of inmates, leading to severe overcrowding in many facilities. This has negative consequences for the well-being of prisoners, the safety of correctional staff, and the effectiveness of rehabilitation programs. Therefore, we must address the issue of prison overcrowding and take action to reduce the number of people incarcerated in our country. What is the problem that must be solved? The issue of prison overcrowding is a pressing concern that affects us as a community. First, you have health and safety. Overcrowding can lead to the spread of disease, unsafe environmental conditions, and increased violence. Second, staffing shortages. Overcrowding can strain prison staff, who may have to work longer hours or handle more inmates. 3, inability to provide resources. Overcrowding can make it difficult for prisons to provide necessary resources like food, medicine, and education. Psychological effects. Inmates may experience stress, vigilance, guardedness, aloofness, physical disease, and withdrawal. What is the solution to this problem? Reducing prison overcrowding requires an understanding of the extent of the problem and the reasons for which it has come about in a particular prison system. 1, review and reform the criminal justice process as a whole, from arrest to release, and invest in crime prevention and reduction. 2, improve access to justice and case management during pretrial detention. 3, identify mental illness and drug addiction and divert those affected to appropriate medical or other care. 4, develop opportunities for parole or other forms of early release and assist prisoners on release to prevent their return to the prisons. What would life be like with or without this solution? The solution should help to ensure that imprisonment is only used when proportionated to the offense committed and where there are no other appropriate options, and that the conditions of detention can meet the standards expected by the international community. 1, the prisons will remain overpopulated. 2, higher health concerns in the prisons. 3, shortage of staff. 4, higher amounts of death rates in the prisons. How can us as a community get involved? Raise awareness, community resources. We raise awareness, public awareness. We can do community service, supervise accommodations such as open prisons, halfway houses, and hostels that can provide an effective placement for offenders approaching and after their release. Sentencing reforms, implementing alternative sentencing options such as probation, community service, or house arrest for nonviolent offenders can help reduce the prison population. As the issue of prison overcrowding continues to escalate, we must take immediate action to address it. The current state of overcrowded prisons not only violates the basic human rights of prisoners, but it also puts our society at risk. It is time for us to acknowledge the severity of this issue and take the necessary steps to alleviate it. In this outline, I'll present the key points that support the urgent need to address prison overcrowding. I hope that this persuasive outline has shed light on the severity of prison overcrowding and its far-reaching consequences. All of us concerned citizens must recognize the urgency of this issue and work towards implementing effective solutions. By doing so, we can create a more just and equitable criminal justice system that focuses on reducing recidivism rates and ultimately makes our community safer. Together, we can make a difference and bring about positive change in our society. Thank you.
You still recording?